Hi everybody, I'm Matthew with Livewire Review, and I'm here at the 2024 Toronto International Auto Show with the Hummer EV. Now this is specifically the Edition 1, and well, let's talk about this thing. It's, first of all, absolutely friggin' massive. It hits you right away, obviously, with that acrylic bar right across the front telling you exactly what you're driving. I do like when you're charging this car too that these will light up individually like your battery bar status as the truck fills, which is kind of cool if you're just looking through your living room window, trying to see where am I charged right now. Kind of fun. You do have a massive frunk in here. Sadly, I can't open it right now as it's disabled. Huge tow hooks down low for recovery points. Always nice if you do take this off-road. And you get stuck with this thing, you're going to need quite a large piece of machinery to haul it out because it is incredibly heavy. I'm going to put the weight on the screen here because I don't remember the exact number, but it is ridiculous. Now, usually I talk horsepower under the hood. Of course, the electric motors in this thing are down low. Now, you are looking at over 800 equivalent horsepower and 11,500 pound-feet of torque. 11,500. It's usually we don't get to break into those 5-digit numbers when I'm talking about torque. It is unreal. And all of that, when you drop this thing into what they call watts of freedom mode, which essentially is their launch control, we're talking about 0 to 60 times of 3.5 seconds. Now, with the Edition 1 that we are sitting here, you do get that moonshot rock green. It is a unique color to this package, as well as your stylized alloy wheels, the 20-inch wheels. These are the more tame on-road version. You do get the Goodyear Wrangler Territories. They are really good kind of terrain tires as well as highway tires, but if you want something more aggressive to match this truck, I would kind of upgrade those. I do like you do get the step bar, but let's talk about what's missing, shall we? The T-roof. I mean, it's something that you don't really talk about much anymore. It has disappeared as we've gone along. You get the convertible, missing panels in the front, and the T-bar split in the back, so you can go completely wide open when you're off-roading, mall crawling, which is what the majority of this will do, and whatever other things that you want to do with this vehicle. Coming around the back here, now GM will never miss the opportunity to remind you how American this product is by building a flag directly into the panel. I do love, in keeping with Hummer's true off-road and versatile nature, your approach and departure angles are absolutely monstrous. Again, I can put them on the screen right here, but you can conquer obstacles in this thing that are just absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if they're going to allow me to open the door with the button right here. Oh, they are. Isn't that lovely of them? Full-size spare tire mounted on the back, fully powered tailgate. Now in the back here, you get the same thing. You have the massive recovery hook there if you do happen to get it stuck. And because of the moonshot unique color to this Edition 1 package, you also get a really cool terrain map of the moon. Now, it means nothing to me. I can look at a map of North America and tell you where Florida and Hudson's Bay are, but on the flip side, oh yeah, cool, it's the moon, that's neat. It's certainly one of those fun little Easter eggs. I don't know what it does for the average person buying this truck. I do like that I can hit that button and just step out of the way, though. That is pretty cool. I also don't want to pay to fix that ever. Overall, though, exterior-wise, you're making a statement with this thing. Lights everywhere. Flashers everywhere. The flat paint on this thing looks good both inside under these lights and outside under the sun. But, go below and let me know what you think. So why don't we just jump right inside? We'll have a look at the interior and we'll talk about anything else on this truck. Now, in addition to the watts to freedom launch control, this thing also has one really cool feature. It has a 4-wheel steer, which they call the crab walk feature. Now again, show model, I can't show it to you, but you can see here, maybe we'll pull a little bit of footage from another video. You can turn all 4 wheels and shimmy it to the right and shimmy it to the left. It's like the electric slide. Literally, pun intended, for an EV Hummer. It's a cool feature, especially if you're off-road and you got to go around something, or if you're in a tight urban situation, say parking or a narrow alleyway, and you got to get out and around something without having to maneuver such a large vehicle. So the Hummer does come in 2 packages. You do get the SUV. You also can get it with the truck bed, the HUT or whatever they're going to call it. You will get GM's multi-pro tailgate, which you get the nice staircase so you can climb up in and make that bed functional. And okay, you can tow up to 10,000 pounds, I believe, with this product. And payload on this thing is also huge. So now it's a very functional truck with numbers like that. So, you know, having a bed and being able to be that useful is great. But why don't we hop inside and we'll talk about the interior features. So when you're sitting in the cockpit up here, of course, obviously I have no headroom constraints right now, but even when the roof panels are on, you're very up in this vehicle. And this was my biggest complaint driving this thing as far as attitudes went. You've got the squashed windshield. Your sight angles are great. I can see my corners. I know where my vehicle is, but I did find myself doing a lot of this, looking at stoplights, looking at street signs, looking for addresses. So there was a fair bit of that. Now I am just a hair under 6 foot, so maybe a little bit shorter, you don't have that problem. But at my height, I did find visibility was interesting. I'm not gonna say limited or even cumbersome, but interesting. What else do you get in here? Well, you got your large digital instrument cluster, massive screen with all your different information and infotainment in it, as well as this lovely brushed bronze, and that does come with the Edition 1, which they will badge all over this thing. Now, you do have your estimated range on this thing. I believe it is just a hair under 400 kilometers on a full charge, which is really good for a car. However, this thing has just north of a 200 kilowatt hour battery pack. So because of the weight, because of the size, because of the power, it chews through that energy. Could be used more efficiently. However, for the size of the vehicle, it is a pretty decent range, but just always bear in mind that charge times, you're gonna be waiting quite a while, especially if you pull up to, say, a lower amperage charger that can't quite push as much as you need to get this thing full up. One of the coolest things in here though is when you do, and I can't do it because this is a show model, but when you do put it in watts to freedom and it drops it right down and there's a low rumble that comes through the stereo, it almost reminds you of a dragster sitting at the line, kind of turning the line lock on and getting ready to go. And it's just, it makes you all giddy and excited. I'm even giddy just talking about it. And when it sticks you in your seat, when it takes off, it's quite an event to take a vehicle this big and go that fast. So, overall, I think we're coming to the end of this one. Let me know what you guys think of this thing. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Would you buy one? Or do you just want to take it out and drive the tires off it, get it stuck, and never call anyone about it? Either way, let us know and come on back to the Livewire channel and let us see what we're going to be doing next. Thanks for watching.